All right. How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to make a 10k gold and shard chest in Across the Obelisk pretty quickly, about the most efficient way that I have personally found, and I've been playing around with it quite a bit. So the first thing you're going to have to do is actually play through the game a couple of times, because you want to have your characters leveled up to the point that you can start off regardless of the other upgrades that you have on them. You want to have maximum gold and maximum shards, and then you also have to have enough of your town upgraded to be able to get to 30% gold and shard retention, and the ability to fast travel using the caravan. So I have 4 characters, all maxed out gold and shards, so they start off with 3,000, 2,700. The first thing I always do is I check the armory real quick, and I try to generate myself a piggy bank for whichever group I'm using to actually have. So I got a piggy bank here right away. If I didn't get a piggy bank, I would just go ahead and quit this run, come back in, try to find a piggy bank. So it gives an extra 20% gold retention, and this is the group that I'm going to be using to accept shards from other ones. So I can take this chest right here. I already made this one. It took me about 15 minutes to make it, so it's a little bit low on the gold because I had specifically tried to find the piggy bank quite a few times. So the first thing you need is 4 people with the ability to have maximum starting gold and shards. And then you also want currency retention, at least 10%, just to be able to retain currency based off of the amount that you bring in. But 30% is going to be the best way to do it. Adding the piggy bank makes it so you keep half of the golden shards from the team that has it to begin with. And then you need the caravan node in the outside town just for speed. So now that I have a piggy bank on this group of people, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to back out and keep them inside the town, so they can permanently accept more and more chests that I send back to the town. I'm going to begin adventure again. I'm going to skip through everything, go to Sinenthia right away. I'm going to check for a piggy bank in here, but if I don't see it, I'm just going to leave because I'm not going to waste the money trying to refresh it. I want to keep as much of this as possible. So I'm going to hit ready. I'm going to go to the caravan node, use the fast travel service, and then if you have any of these 4 characters, when you travel to their node with them in the party, they have an option for gaining items. And I personally choose Cornelius for it because he has an 87% chance of finding extra items, which means you have an 87% chance at another chance at a piggy bank. I don't have a piggy bank on these guys. I didn't get one from here, so I'm just going to accept another bunch of gold from him. And then I'm going to go to the forest border, hit continue. The way that the game works is that as long as you have cleared entirely one node and done some kind of event, once you get to a combat, you can resign. Now, if you don't have the fast travel, that means you have to fight one of the local bandits, or what is it? It's boar, corn, and sheep, I think, are the 3 options that you have. So I resigned with them. They created a chest with 1,000 and 1,000. Which is currently right here. I'm going to check for a piggy bank. I got one, which is perfect. So now I keep 50% of the gold from this run that gets added to another chest. So imagine 50% of that. That's what I'm going to be generating now. I'm going to leave, go to the fast travel service, take that, go use Cornelius real quick on this. Even if I already have a piggy bank, I can still do this just because it generates more money for me. Then I'm going to go to the fight, hit accept. I'm going to immediately resign. And then in 32 seconds, I have generated 1,700 and 1,500 right there. So then I'm going to hit play. I'm going to select the group right here. I already have that massive chest down there, so I'm going to accept the smaller 2 chests and create another 10k chest, even better than this one. But it's going to take me a minute to do it. So if you guys want, right now, all the information is done. I'm just going to give a full test run real quick on how quickly I can actually generate a 10k chest, because I'm getting 50% of this, which means I get 20k here, 20k here, 10k chest done. So then I'm going to back out of these guys, go into here, create new game, begin adventure, skip. We'll go into Sinenthia, check this for piggy bank, nothing in there, exit, ready. Hit here, 60 gold for that. Go here, check that, 87% chance at another piggy bank. Not actually another piggy bank, but, you know, a reroll of items that has a chance of having a piggy bank in there. Because it's an extra 20% off of this particular run, which then, of course, gets put into the other group that's going to be accepting another chest anyway. Skip. Synanthia. Item shop. Nothing. Ready. Fast travel service. Cornelius. Success. No piggy bank, so we just take the money. When we head here, surrender right away. Quest ends here. Oh no. That's so tragic for those that just decided to give up. And then I'm going to accept this chest and this chest. So overall, with the fact that I already have this chest here, it only takes me 10 separate grabs on these guys to get up 20,000 from chest. They also start off with a 3,000, but I spent some of it already. So I hit exit on them. Then I'll hit play. New game, begin adventure, skip. Synanthia. Shop, nothing. Exit, ready. Fast travel, Cornelius. Success. No piggy bank. Grab the money. Head here, hit continue. Resign, done. I actually don't think I'm going to bother going with a full 10k chest. I might just do a 5k chest for this one real quick, just because it gets a little bit monotonous to just sit here and be doing it constantly. You know, if I'm idly doing it while watching some YouTube or something in the background, it's fine, but just sitting here doing it gets really boring. I usually watch like Dead by Daylight or something while I'm waiting for this. And then this is really nice too, because I don't feel like I'm spending time creating a chest, wasting like an entire run that I did myself, obtaining tons of wealth, getting to the end, and then, you know, taking my hard-earned chest into some randoms game or whatever, and then they either don't go very far and they resign right away, or if somebody were to like back out of it or something like that, I actually can go ahead and exit here and jump into this one because they need to accept these chests before I generate another one. So there we go. Just a couple more, and these guys will be ready for another 5k chest. Because if I'm looking to carry people, I want to bring a 10k chest. Otherwise, if I just want to make sure that my build is good, I'll bring a 5k chest. Because playing as a single character is pretty cheap, considering 3k is the maximum that I have for any of my builds for characters. And if you guys want, I can go ahead and just show off what my starting builds are and how much they cost. So when I'm playing with like Brandon or Nathan, I bring a 10k chest because I usually control both the healer and the tank. But since we're going to be giving some more to them, we can worry about that later. So I'm going to go ahead and cash in these guys real quick. Head here to a caravan. I have never seen 2 piggy banks at once. I assume they don't exist. I have sat in a town, the starting town, and refreshed for about 5,000 worth and never found a piggy bank after I already had a piggy bank on me. So I'm pretty sure it's not possible. Let me go ahead and start off a brand new game here real quick so I can just show you guys the decks that I start off with, guys. Thools. I actually stopped using Evelyn. I've been using Otis and Maluka at the same time just because the Sanctify is amazing. And if you can put a Yin Yang badge on her, she's unstoppable, which is what I did playing with some randoms, and they were falling over themselves with how much I was making. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show off what my decks are here for these guys. So save load decks. I have Hein right here. So it's got 2 upgraded bluffs, upgraded intercepts, heat laser. I've got guards upgraded. I've got shield charges set for the half damage. I've got a couple spike shields just because Thorns is really nice. I also have him specifically built so that way he can stack his Fortify and he never loses his Thorns. And then I have his Steel Skin set up so that way it generates 60 armor and 60 shields if I have a full 10 Fortify. And then I have Safeguard on him because he starts off with Fortify. Then I can put more Fortify on him with Safeguard. And then I have my other cards just for applying more Fortify later. And then, of course, once I get to the second town with the upgrade to be able to craft the rarer ones, I can have the upgraded version of Safeguard. I think it's called Shield Wall. But anyway, his deck costs 3,100 For Thul's, his deck is literally just upgraded because he's so good. I just put max poison items on him whenever I find them, and he owns with that. There's definitely stronger ways that I could play him, but he's not the person that I dump a lot of money into. Then I have shields. It's heals and shields. He uses primarily Sanctify, and then I also went ahead and made it so that way he does play off of his ability to give shields a little bit. He's got the barrier with some minor heal to it, and then he's got save it for later, which matched with my Heiner, since Heiner applies armor to himself. Otis can turn that into shields, and then whenever he applies shields to somebody, he heals them. So if Heiner has 300 armor on him, then Otis goes ahead and turns that armor into shields. It counts as him giving him shields. So then he can heal practically his entire health because it's 30% of any of the shields that he applies. Anyway, his deck costs about 2,000 because I pretty much just upgrade and then give him a little bit of extra. And then I have Maluka's deck here, which is entirely based off of trying to get off Holy Storms constantly and then generate mana for more Holy Storms. And then the Vitalize, I don't use a ton, but it can help a little bit just to make sure that if somebody has increased max health, they can have an enemy turn, not get a heal off on themselves, and still have max health if they've lost like 10 health, but I've increased their health by 15. And then, it takes the amount of health that they had when it reduces it. So if you had 150 health and I give you Vitalize up to 180 health, you can lose 25 of your new max health and still be at full health when the next fight starts. But anyway, Heiner is definitely my most expensive for using, but he is also so ridiculous. I love Heiner so much. Anyway, I hope the tutorial on how to generate chests pretty quickly was useful, and if you guys want to imitate my decks for people, I definitely absolutely recommend my Heiner deck. He is amazing. And then I think I showed off the perks for everybody, but this is what I also have for my perks just in case anybody is curious. I did have more dark perks on my Otis, and then I took them off because I decided I wanted dark specifically to be Maluka, and then I optimized him for better shielding because he also has the pet Orby that applies shield to everybody at the start of each turn, matched with Heiner's ability to give everybody Fortify. Thanks to one of his special cards that he gets, he can then keep shields on everybody even longer. So Otis just heals and shields and applies Sanctify so that people can heal off of hitting other people. And then I built her specifically to also apply tons of Sanctify. I don't know why I bothered putting Holy Damage on her, but I guess it works for the Yin Yang bolt. Anyway, I hope this was very informative for anybody who's interested in trying to farm up some chests. It's a very effective way of doing it. Doesn't take a whole lot of time. You don't even need to do a combat. You just click through the screens a bunch of different times, and you've got massive amounts of money that you can just take in whatever playthroughs you guys want. So I hope this helped out a lot of you guys, and some interaction on the channel is always very nice, and I appreciate it very much. Anyway, I hope you guys have a nice day.